What's up, everyone? It's Zack Clayton, and I'm pumped to introduce you to my podcast, Prestige Access. Let's get to work. 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 Welcome back.
You were muted.
I'm muted still?
Yeah, no, I don't know what happened. It was so funny. I don't know. I tried to unmute you and it wouldn't let me, and then I think it unmuted itself, and then I muted you. So
that's fine. Here we are. We're good. This is us.
This is what we do.
This is it, man. Prestige Access. Can't unclick the mute button in time. It's all good. What's up, man? How are you?
Good, man. Actually, I've been better. Like, I'm not gonna lie. You were away, fun in the sun, having a great time with the family. We got one day while you were gone, and it happened to be a concert day for Alt 104.5 with iHeartRadio. It's called Winter John, and it's an outdoor concert. It was great, dude. 55, 60 degrees up sometimes. Sweater weather for sure. It was a fun concert. Next day, I text you. I was like, yo, dude, just stay in Florida. And you're like, why? And I sent you the snow totals again. So all that snow finally just melted from January, like literally a foot of it. That Saturday, clear as day, great day. Sunday, we're back into the thick of it. And it just sucks, dude.
Well, I was gone 3 days, Orlando. We got super lucky down there, 90 degrees, nice. Which is unseasonably warm for February. And I heard you actually told me, I heard it from you. I knew we were going to get snow, but you were the one that ruined my day and said, we're going to get like 2 feet of snow. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? We just got 2 feet of snow. Yeah. And now we got 30 inches of snow outside in New Jersey.
Yeah.
A Sunday night into Monday night. And by the way, that was like a hurricane snowstorm. That was an actual hurricane off the coast.
Wow. I didn't know that part.
Yeah, there were 70-mile-an-hour winds. What is going on? Yeah, I'm going back to Florida, man.
Dude, my back is broken, to quote the great Mike Tyson. It's spinal. I can't deal with it anymore. Like, you gave me a pep talk, use the legs. Like, bro, I wanted to just it's a nightmare. And the product of being successful at a young age, I bought this beautiful home, and I'm very fortunate to have it. I couldn't afford it if it was at the current listing of it that I could sell it for.
I know. Yeah.
But I got very, very lucky in 2009. I was making good money, and I was able to buy this house within 3 years. So, the driveway is massive. Everything is just a whole lot of work, and it's like, all right,
it's a lot. It's always a lot, like, because everyone wants.
I lost your audio. That time it was on you.
Hear me now? That was my fault. Damn. All right, here we are. Yeah, man, it's a lot. I'm out back. We just had a tree fall, a big ass tree, and it broke our fence because of the snow. It's so much snow, and I'm trucking back there in 30 inches of just misery. And I'm like, yeah, wow, that sucks. It broke my fence, the neighbor's fence. It's going to be an issue. Yeah. And it's just so much to keep track of these houses, especially when you have to winterize stuff. Yeah. When you have to winterize, everything breaks every 6 months because you shut it down, you open it back up, and every 6 months something breaks.
Yeah, it's so true. The other thing is we lost power, and I have 2 fireplaces. I've never used either one, wood burning fireplaces, and I was so worried I was gonna have to do that. Also, like, because people work remotely, it's expected that you still have to, in a lot of cases, work more while you're at home. So the kids are running around, everything's going on, the day's still going by. We're taking turns going in our cars to charge our laptops and use our tethering from our phone because we had no Wi-Fi. It was a mess, dude, just to get through some calls. And, I am so done with this. I'm excited because a lot of the stuff you and I are planning is in warmer weather, right? We were
Yes.
working on our WrestleMania conversations, our FIFA World
Yep.
Cup conversations, MLB All Star conversations. So like, there's a lot of stuff going down the pipe that is warm stuff. You know, I'm getting to see spring training baseball right now. There's a lot of positive, but yeah, when I look out that window for what seems like the sixth show in a row, there's over, like you said, 19 inches of snow out
I
there.
know it's insane. But I did see a social clip you just put out. So maybe if I give you the belt behind me, man, you might get some superpowers, put it on and get out there and shovel.
Bro, that was that dude. As you could tell, equally pumped up. You just got done with your photo shot with Nunzio, and you just said, "I'll be right back. You want to hold on to this?" I'm like, "The hell yeah, I do." So the video you sent me, like you sent it to me because you found it on a hard drive on one of the drives, and it's me taking the selfie first. That's one, and then I tell the story, and you were the one that told me to go up to the real one and tell him we were taking that thing, you know. And I had no, I obviously I wasn't, I had no idea what you guys were going to work out and what the outcome was going to be, but I knew I was going over there to talk shit, and it was poetic justice, man. And then getting knocked out was the coolest thing I've ever experienced. So people are texting me like, "Powers, you took a bump?" Like, I'm like, "Hell yeah, I took a bump."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and that angle looks so much cooler than the TV angle because you also got that for me. So
Right.
yeah, it's dude, it's so awesome. So yeah, I'm excited. We got that coming up. You want to
We
talk
got
about that?
ACW coming up, where I'm gonna absolutely defend this championship behind me, the national championship, because no one's taking that from me. But dude, listen, when I did, I was like, hey, hold on to this for a second. I went and changed,
Yeah.
and you did the right thing. You cut a promo. You cut a promo. See, when you put that thing on, doesn't it just it over?
Yo, it was
overtakes
like
you, right?
Batman or Superman's
Yeah,
cape. Like it
yeah.
was like, yeah, I instantly, I'm in the camera. I have more confidence than I should have
Yes.
had. I was like, I told you we were taking this thing.
Howard
So
is cutting a promo on the real one, man. As soon as he gets the title on his shoulder.
oh man. So one of my buddies was like, wait, I'm confused. Did you get to keep it? I was like, well, Zach has it. I said I was gonna buy like one of the retired belts that they were selling at the stand
Yep.
if you won, but I didn't want to jinx it. And then dude, that crowd is crazy. ACW knows how to party and they're loyal, and they sold out. Everything was sold out. From
Yeah.
I couldn't buy a Zack Clayton shirt. I couldn't buy they had a few stickers left at the end of the day. I was just like, this
Yeah.
is nuts, man.
They even have their own beer over there.
Yeah,
I
that was
think,
cool.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
great. They do a great job. I think we've already pre-sold close to 2,000 for that next show.
Tremendous.
It's
That's
gonna
awesome.
be live on pay-per-view. So much fun. March 14th. They do a great job.
Yeah, that's exciting.
But yeah, man, we're back to business here. We have a lot coming up for us in the pipeline. Hopefully, we have a lot of plans that we'd like to accomplish. You know, you and I are big on we shoot for the stars and we go for everything, and that's that's a philosophy of life for us in a way. It's why we work well together here, and we work well together because we have the same mindset. Like, look, let's try to do it all, and if we hit some of it, then we're in a lot better shape than we are today. So
Yeah.
that's the
I
goal.
do think a lot of our phone calls is like when you were in school and you would have those brainstorming things where you put the circle and then you put like
Yes.
all the little like, but it helps my brain. And then like after it, we're like, all right, what are our true next steps? And so and I know I could spitball or tell you how I feel, and we're gonna grow from that. We're never like gonna so I'm always telling you like, hey, I want to do like, what do you think about this? What do I think? And we're sharing. And yeah, man, we don't, it's kind of like Kobe Bryant Mamba mentality, like where we're never satisfied. Like we're always like,
You can't be. And you know what? Because obviously I was just talking about this. I was so we do investment stuff on the side as well as everything else, right? So I was talking to a CFO the other day, and he's like, "What? You're a wrestler?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "And you're on TV, but you know about all this stuff." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know," because I talk about it all the time, and I'm told, I should say all the time, that I'm not the average like athlete wrestler, because you're supposed to kind of stay in one lane and just do that thing.
yeah.
And what's surprising is you get into these conversations like you're talking about with us that we're having now, and it becomes more than just, hey, let's think of some cool ideas and like what we can do. It's like, how can we scale what we're doing?
Mhm.
And then it becomes a business conversation. So it's more than just like a, hey, this would be cool thing. Now it's like a business thing. And then it's like people from the outside, I don't think always understand how much goes into that, because
Right.
a lot of the calls that we have and calls that I have with people and you have with people is big business calls, but it's not always like nitty gritty business stuff.
No.
It's like, hey, how could we get here and what are the actionable steps to do that? And
Mhm.
then it becomes like a waiting game almost. Like
Yeah.
it stops becoming how hard can you grind and push and work in hours. And then it's like, well, we just have to kind of wait right now. And then
Right.
it's like, well, what does that mean? And then everyone's just kind of in like a waiting, holding pattern. It's like, well, what the fuck? And it's like, no,
That
like we just have to wait a little bit. That's just
Yeah,
what
that's
it
the
is.
anxiety of
Yeah.
the world. Yeah, it's like, all right, we'll circle back. And it's like, all right, I'll just sit here and stay awake every night wondering if no, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding.
At some point, it stops becoming about how hard you can push and grind and all that stuff. And then it's just how long could you actually just wait and
Yeah,
be patient
patience
and
is something that
yeah, and figure it out in the meantime. And then if you're good at that, then you can go back to the thing. Cause like wrestling, it is not
Mhm.
a very, you know, other sports, it's you do this, you get this result. Pro wrestling doesn't really work that way. So sometimes you do this, that's great, and then you wait. Like, what am I like? Can you just give me a phone call? Like Nunzio was talking about that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And you just have to wait, and you're ready, and you're just waiting. So it translates. It is a skill, and it translates to other parts of your life.
Yeah, I love that, man. Look, like, yeah, it's been really cool, like just having these roads and figuring out how, like, hey, I do this, you do that. I was talking to one of our friends offline, and I mentioned that you used to run like or be a part of a car dealership in Florida with, and they're like, "Well, how?" He's 30 years old and he's lived
Yeah.
1,000 lives already. I was like, yeah, no shit. He's the real deal. I was like, you should talk to him about it. And it's just like, it's so cool to see like things that, hey, I can do this. We can do that. Hey, we have this connection there. And,
Mhm.
and it's been really cool piecing this together
I'm
on that
really
side.
about building, like I've always been that way. So like that is what I did. I ran and helped run my uncle's advertising agency in Florida. So a
Awesome.
lot like our friend Dave Travato does, I did that in Florida.
Sick.
So we had boat dealers, car dealers, and it was a lot of fun. Um,
Mhm.
so like if I got bored, I could just go look at boats on, yachts and not this snow outside of our windows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I just think life is about trying things and being adventurous and just doing, because ultimately at least my goal, I think life is about getting yourself in a position to just be able to do what you want to do with whoever you want to do it and whenever you want to do it.
Amen,
Like
man.
that is what I think life should be.
Mhm.
And that also means you can try things along the way. So we're all just on this journey trying to get better. Hopefully, I think that should be everyone's goal.
Amen.
So let's just try this cool stuff and see what happens. And if it doesn't work, okay, cool. We learned something.
Yeah. And with all of our little like talents and stuff, like we've been able to cut corners financially and be able to
Mhm.
get to situations that maybe a podcast couldn't. And it's been really
Yeah,
cool just to see each other's superpowers with and without that belt on.
that's right. That's right. That's right. That's right,
Oh,
man.
well, yo, it's to talk mental real quick. I told you off the air, like it's been stressful, man. It's a lot of boredom, a lot of like just waiting for this snow to melt. So people are doing some bad habits, like either overeating, just not really moving. I talked to some of our friends today via DMs and situations like that. One of them is actually going to run a half marathon in 13 days. And they're like, I haven't moved in a week,
Yeah.
so it's tough. I don't know. Any advice to our followers and friends that are reaching out?
Yeah. I mean, especially if you're in the Northeast right now, it's pretty miserable. um, the sad disorder, the seasonal depression is really here in full effect, and it's super tough for everybody because like sunlight and good weather and being outside and all that stuff is real.
Mhm.
Like humans need to do those things.
Yeah.
And when you're not and you're stuck inside and it's cloudy and gloomy like it is right now for months out of the year, like actually it is
Mhm.
depressing.
Yeah.
It shuts down your body in a lot of ways. So it's very easy to feel unmotivated and unwilling to try to get better because what's the point? We're just inside doing nothing all winter. So why don't I just go to my pantry right now and grab a bag of chips? Who cares? I'm not going to go swimming for 7 months, right? Very easy, and we're all guilty of it. But if I'm going to put on like the Arnold hat real quick, summer bodies are made in the winter, and
Amen.
that shit don't matter. You got to keep going. But that's hard to hear.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to have, at least for me, and I've found what works for other people is if I'm working with them or whatever the case is, you have to have a goal to work towards. So if it's a half marathon, if it's a competition of some sort in the weight training or whatever it is, if it's a show we have coming up or I have coming up, I'm typically more motivated if I'm a few weeks out from a big pay-per-view event, right?
Yeah.
You just have to find the reason. And sometimes you don't have a reason, and that makes it more difficult. But then that's where the discipline and consistency and that conversation comes in. And it's a work in progress. It takes a lot of time. It's very hard. I was just talking to a friend the other day. Fitness is very difficult.
Mhm.
And
Believe me, I know.
it's not something that, but you've been doing a great job, right?
Yeah, I'm
Um,
I'm trying. I narrowed down. I just joined a gym too because like I realized I want to start the weightlifting side of this. So my running's back. I'm eating
yeah.
healthy. The gym side, the weight. So
Mhm.
yeah, I was gonna text you 3 different Google gyms near me, and I was like,
Mhm.
which one should I go with?
Mhm.
Especially like, um, if there is one that I have access to nationally, like I think that'd be good, especially the
Nice.
amount that we both travel.
Yeah. Look, it's difficult because it takes a long time.
Mhm.
And right now, like, it's very easy, especially in 2026, to go say, hey, I'm going to just go do this GLP-1 for like 3 months. Cool. But then you have to follow up.
Hmm.
Then you have to create habits and get in the gym, fix your nutrition, and create habits long term, consistent that you can do and that fits for you. Because I'm seeing, and we joke about it all the time. Um, and I'm not really one to talk because I guess I just made a podcast, right? And now I'm talking about health. I was going to say now everyone has a podcast, but listen, um, I'm think I'm somewhat qualified to speak on the things I speak about. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd agree. I think we keep it in our lane, and if
Yeah.
we're not like, there's 2 examples. One, both of our DMs, and one is that GLP-1 conversation.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me if one of the side effects truly was that you get like a droopy vagina. Like, and they sent me this screen
Ah,
mask, like, because Scream like 6 is coming out or whatever, and I was like, I don't
wait.
know. And they're like, do you mind mentioning it to Zach? Maybe he would know. I was like,
Hold on a
okay.
minute. Was that one of the questions you were not going to ask me?
Yeah, I was afraid. But now you brought it up. So
Yeah.
like, it's like,
Um, I don't know about that actually.
maybe we could get a doctor on. Like, it's
Yeah.
not on the commercials. I watched like 20 of them during the Super Bowl. Nobody said
Well, I don't think
droopy.
they would say that. If you're experiencing a droopy vagina, please call. And I don't want to Google it either. So I think we'll have somebody on to explain it for us. Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna have a lot of case studies within the next
Yeah.
6 months, just
Yeah.
based off of the amount of press that they're getting. But yo, that made my brain like hurt, like just thinking
Yeah.
about it, because I heard like bones density is an issue,
Did you just
stuff
read
like
that DM and you're like, I don't know, my
bro,
man.
and
Like,
the meme of the scream mask, the guy with the knife, like, I was like,
oh my
oh.
God. You're
And then
like,
the
I don't
other
have
one
time for
was
this. You're like, I don't know.
Yeah, the other was in our comments to your your ring attire, like them wanting it used
Oh
and
yeah, yeah,
unwashed. And he's like, "It's for the hobby," and the guy's like, "Nah, dude, like it's not Tops calling Zach, like
yeah.
it's some random guy in his DMs. It's not for the hobby."
Very true. However, if Tops does want to give me a call, let me know.
Exactly,
You
yeah,
know?
and that's where I stepped in. I was like, "Yo, man, we're actually gonna cut some up into
I
some
think that'd
sports
be
stuff."
really cool, actually.
Me
And
too. Me
we
too.
could probably, I mean, we could actually probably do that.
Yeah. Jordan Spector, I'll be with him the week after ACW. And he does that for a ton of athletes. And he makes custom cards and he puts in
Yeah.
the jerseys and stuff like that. He did Brendan Graham's Super Bowl jersey. It was awesome.
Oh, that's cool. Actually, that would
Yeah.
be something we should look at.
Well, and the coolest thing is too, like, so like certain parts. So if it had like the F from FBI, like
Right.
that F would be more money than just a
Right.
piece of
Just
the,
like a pair of the color of the trunk. Yeah.
yeah. So it'll be cool.
Let's put some thoughts into that. That would be cool.
Heck yeah, heck yeah. It will
Yeah.
sell too. So
Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
we can take the gear from when I whooped Enzo's ass.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
No, I like Enzo, man. He's a great guy.
You could take my broken camera from it too and just put insert. No, I'm just
That's
kidding.
it.
Dude, it was you guys started off that show hell of a performance. Like
Yeah.
both of you guys killing it on the mic. He forgot to do his the commotion just caused everybody
Yeah,
to like
yeah.
go full throttle, and I felt like it was like watching two bulls fight, and I was just sitting there like getting knocked out like I'm Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Johnny Knoxville's done some WWE stuff before.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And ironically, he just announced that he got very emotional on a podcast. He was like crying because he can no longer fight bulls. And I fell
That's a
for him.
problem for him.
Yes, dude. It's a very strange I'll send you the clip, but I felt bad for him because like I'm laughing, but also I feel for him because he's clearly emotional about it. But it's just such a weird thing to be sad about, like that you can't
Yeah.
like perform with bulls anymore, and you just do it like not because you're a bullfighter, because you're a jackass.
He's done a good job keeping himself relevant throughout generations. Now he's
Yeah.
doing the new Fear Factor. Have
Yeah.
you seen that? And the kids watch him, and they're like, "Who's
Yeah.
this guy?" They don't know who he is from Jackass and all that other stuff. They just know him now as like this guy. But of course, then they find his clips, and they're like, "He did all this." Like, yeah.
It's so
But
cool.
it's like wrestling, entertainment, keeping yourself relevant throughout a certain time period, like generationally, is very difficult.
He also like did you ever go to Action Park as a kid? I know you were like upstate.
No, but I know people who did, and then I watched the documentary on it.
It's bro, I was there when it was Mountain Creek. I went through that cannonball, not the loop, the cannonball that shoots you
Yep.
out. And I don't swim. I barely got out of that thing alive.
That
Like
documentary was wild.
yeah,
It was crazy.
yeah. Just the fact that they would let people go down a ski slope
Yeah.
in the middle of the summer with just like a scooter.
It was called Action Park, right? What was
It
it
was
called?
Action Park. They
Yeah.
they rebranded it to Mountain Creek. It still had as many issues as it did as Action Park, which was hilarious. And then it came back as Action Park and then quickly closed again. I don't know what it's called anymore.
I think
I don't
it's
even know
still
if it's still
vacant.
there. Is it vacant?
I
Yeah.
think it is. I think it. So when I watched the documentary, because I didn't grow up here or around
Yeah.
here, and, I texted a friend of mine. I'm like, "Hey, did you go to Action Park when you were a kid?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I went all the time." I was like, "That explains a lot."
Dude, they were electrocuting people in the wave pool.
He's like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Did you watch this documentary?" And then he did. And he's like, "Oh yeah, that stuff happened."
Yeah, it was crazy. It was at least 2003. I know there were still like incidents and deaths too. Like so it wasn't
Crazy.
they never fixed it.
Crazy, man. But dude, I was saying, like, of course we started the podcast, and now we're the people that I'm about to talk about. But I'm just seeing recently a lot of people that are clearly like not health people, You don't even have to be an expert. You don't have to have a degree, but like you're clearly just not a health person. Trying to give health advice online, and it's dangerous.
Yeah.
And it's good that we live in a country where everyone can just have a voice like we do, and we can just put it out on the internet, and like that's awesome. But too much information sometimes is a bad thing.
Yeah.
So when you're hearing like do this, don't do this, don't like one day you all water is poison except this water, and then it's like don't eat this meat, you can't use dish soap. It's like what the fuck are we doing? you know it's like you can't use laundry detergent anymore. Now you should just not wash your clothes actually, because like what are we talking about here?
Yeah.
And the basics work, and they always will work. And for every person and every goal, if you want to get healthier, if you want to get in shape, if you want to get stronger, you want to get faster, you want to get leaner, whatever it is, the basics work. They're going to get you there and they're going to keep you there. And then the yo-yo fad dieting and all this stuff, that's cool to try. Find the one you like and keep it. And that's it. And do that 80% of your time always. It doesn't have to be Monday to Friday or Wednesday to Sunday. Just do it all the time, 80% of the time, more than the bad stuff, and you're going to be fine. You don't even have to like be on a program much. It helps if you are, obviously. Helps if you're consistent with a schedule and a program, especially if you have goals to like do a specific thing and look a certain way. But I call it the core four. Okay. The core four is nutrition, it's exercise, it's recovery, and it's mental health. All equally important. All can be broken down into subcategories with specifics. And I actually wrote an ebook on it. It's called Shapeshift, and we'll put that somewhere. Yeah, you can find that on prestigehealthsystems.com if you want to go get it. It's like $20. I made it very affordable for everybody. And that's all you have to do is get that and like follow it forever. It's very simple. And it's just the basic core four things that there's no arguing, there's no disputing. You need them, and that's it. So all this stuff that I see is so funny, and I don't comment. Sometimes I do, because then you're a rage baiter and all this stuff, right? And I don't have time for that. But it's really funny, and we created this platform here at Prestige Access to help mitigate some of this damage.
Yeah,
that is going around because it's dangerous, and not even just that. It's just a lot of it's just dumb. And it just makes people, too much information is a bad thing, because then you don't do anything. You're trying to catch 5 rabbits, you'll catch none, right? Like you have to be super specific and driven and focused on one thing at a time. And it's the basics. Yeah. So like going back to the conversation about what can we do in the winter, like that's it. It's the basics.
Oh. I like that. There was something, and they weren't preaching at all. It was actually, I was watching the Mets spring training game, and the announcer showed the vending machine at the ballpark for the press, and it had a burrito in there, and it said it expired like in March, but it also didn't have the year. So he's like, it could already, he heated it up, he ate it, and he looks at the ingredients and he's like, I'm not exaggerating. There's 37 ingredients into this burrito. Right. And I can't name any of them.
Right.
So that was an eye opener, and something that I might share with my loved ones, being like, hey, it's cool if you want to eat that. But let me ask you a question. If I was to make you a burrito, how many ingredients would be in there? Maybe 6, 7, right? Yep. Why is this 47, right? So
well, and it's like this too. I don't mind saying the place because it's real. I'm not exaggerating. So I went to Trader Joe's, and I so I like to buy Trader Joe's is awesome.
Yeah.
What kind of bread do you eat?
So if I eat it, it's sourdough.
Okay.
And I also like, my vice is like an egg bagel. Like I love egg bagels.
No, that's great.
Two of them, sourdough and egg bagel would be.
That's great. I went to find sourdough there. Do you know how to make sourdough?
No,
All right. So it's like
are we
four.
doing that
It's
next
like,
pod? No, I'm
no,
just
I'm
kidding.
not. I can't do it. Jenny can. I can't. But it's very simple. It's like four ingredients or something. Um, theirs is not. And you look at it and you're like, oh, it's like all this stuff. It's folic acid. It's all this stuff. That's interesting. You know, you're trying to go to this organic place and get a certain healthy thing, and it turns out it's not what you think you're buying. And all you have to do is read the ingredients.
Right,
But brand is so strong sometimes. You're like, oh, Trader Joe's, I'm just going to get anything, and it's good for you.
right.
Not always the case.
Hmm.
So that like spread across the world of 500 ecosystems of things every single day in our faces,
Right.
it actually makes it a lot harder to do the right thing because convenience and all that stuff. And then a problem, it's like, what are you talking about? Why wouldn't that be, healthy if it's from this place? Well, all you got to do is read.
Right.
But if you read and you might not still understand, okay, that's why we're here. But yeah, man, it's and that's what I mean. It's difficult. It's so simple, but it's also difficult because you have to fight through so much crap,
Yep.
you know?
Yeah. They make
Yeah.
it easier to find the crap, right?
Yeah.
It's cheaper.
It's cheaper.
It's
Yeah.
the access to it. Like a
It's
college kid,
everywhere.
one of the Fox Sports guys, they told me I eat healthy. I eat at Wawa every day. I'm like, no, that does not make you healthy. Like, so
Right.
it's crazy.
Right. It's crazy, man. And I don't know. It like part of what I do is try to just help people through that stuff.
Right. Yeah. And look, like a lot of the stuff going on, like if for me, I find if I focus on what works for me, then I don't have to worry come dinner. Right. Like, so then I could splurge a little bit more. But if you fix the first two meals, again, I'm not preaching to anybody. It's just I'm sharing my habit. Like that third meal, I'm not as scared, but I still, I go through in my brain, is this worth it or could I have a different option? Like,
Mhm.
would I run through a wall for this burger or whatever? If the answer is no, I'd pick a different option.
Yeah.
So unless I'm with you and Travato and you fuckers make me pick
Yeah.
something different because all three of us couldn't have the same meal.
We peer pressured you. He definitely copied me, by the way. So we went to
Yeah, of
lunch.
course.
We went to lunch. I don't care. It's funny. We went to lunch and we were with someone and Powers felt peer pressured to get a salad. Or what did you get?
No, I ended up getting like my meal looked better. You guys got the salads, and I
Yeah,
wanted the salad.
that's
And
right. Yeah, yeah.
you're like, you both looked at me, and we're like, we're not all three of us are not ordering the same meal. Like,
Yeah.
and I was like, all right, but so I got like steak and asparagus. Like, it looked great. You
Oh
were
yeah,
looking
yeah,
over
yeah.
at
That's
it.
right. That's right.
Yeah, you were looking over at it, and I was like, so I was happy with my selection, but
That's
I
right.
really, yeah, we were all looking for that, you know, decent option on there. I
Yeah.
think.
No, but look, man, it's difficult and sometimes not as enjoyable either, right? Like,
Yeah. Yeah. My
um,
buddy owns Manja. It's an Italian restaurant and like it's from Brooklyn and they moved here to Bordentown by my house. And dude, I look at his menu all the time and I'm like, like, so
I know.
yeah. It's the
Well,
reason why I run.
yeah, it even by the way, there's like plenty of healthy restaurants and healthy meal plans and stuff like that that actually aren't healthy. Like back
Mhm.
to the branding thing. And it tricks a lot of people and it's not cool.
Yeah.
Um, but it's very real. Like I won't name specifics here, but there are a couple like prepared meal services, not a clean bro, obviously.
Right. Right. Yeah.
um,
Yeah. Yeah.
that are just
Disclaimer.
they're crap.
I
They're,
agree.
they're crap, and they make
Yeah.
millions of dollars a year trying to pretend that they're not crap, and people believe it.
And Jamie has shared that with us internally
Yeah.
and on podcast about like these words aren't, you could say something's healthy, you could
Mhm.
say something's nutritious, and it could be completely false. And
Yep.
there's no regulation around it. So You know,
Well,
it's
the
wild.
FDA, it might have changed, but the FDA, like you can have plus or minus one ingredient level. Like, so if you have like something is 2 grams of fat, I hope it's changed by now, but at least when I was in college studying this, they could put 0 because it's less than 3 grams or less than their scale of like available. It's true. And like, imagine that on the sodium scale. Like, what if they took off 500 milligrams of sodium? That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's like crazy, and
Yeah.
we do that with sodas. We have like 1 to 2 or 3 to 4, and it might be 5, it might be 4, it might be 6, and they're allowed to get away with it.
Somebody in our DMs was like, why do fat people drink Diet Coke? And I'm just like, I
Oh
wasn't
my
gonna do that one either, but you mentioned it. So like
Listen,
I was
let's
like,
do it. Diet Coke is terrible.
yeah.
Any soda is garbage.
Mhm.
And by the way, they're fat. Why are you
Right.
looking? Why are we
Right.
trying to, like, dude, they're doing something wrong. I'm sorry to
Yeah.
say it. Don't,
Yeah.
like, clearly it's not working, right?
Right.
If they were
Yeah.
drinking diet soda their whole life and they're still fat, maybe there's a reason why.
Right.
Like,
Right.
let's just use some common sense here sometimes.
Yeah. Especially like
Yeah.
the fact that you could take paint off a car, right? With
Yes.
it, it's just wild. Like
Crazy.
I'm very happy that, dude, I as a teenager playing baseball, I was addicted to Mountain Dew Code Red. Like, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie to you.
Well,
Like,
you're
to
a
the point
teenager,
where,
yeah.
yeah, like, but then like one day I just swore off it and I never had soda again. And and there was one time I was at a wedding, somebody gave me a rum and coke, and Jen was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you're drinking." I was like, first time, like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go back.
I
You know,
never was a soda guy.
yeah.
Um,
Oh, there was. I'm lying. So when I did the commercials for PC Richard and Son, I was like the
yeah.
face. Yeah, who put me in front of a camera, right? Uh,
I
they
am right
they
now, man.
yeah, I know. I'm
It's
just
the
teasing.
eyes
Like,
and your
no, it was so much
smile.
fun.
No,
It was,
just
dude. It was literally 3 days back to back. There was gonna be like 6 or 7 of us, and then our CMO was like, "Powers is doing them all." So I had to learn all these scripts. It was so much fun. An
yeah.
awesome team, but we ran out of coffee, and I was like dying. And they're like, "Yo, you got like 6 more scenes to do." And I drank a soda because like there was no other caffeine option,
Yeah.
and nobody was open because like we had to do this when the store wasn't open. So we're talking like way early in the morning. So
I'll admit I drink ginger ale sometimes.
yeah,
The real ginger ale though, not the
okay.
what's it called that's in the box.
The
You know what
one,
I'm talking about, right? Like the ginger ale
yeah,
cans. What's the name? The brand name? Whatever it is.
Schweppes.
Yeah,
Is that
not those.
not that
There's
one?
like real, you can find it at Trader Joe's. You can find it it's like real ginger ale. You know what I mean? And that I will drink if I'm having because that is good for your stomach if you're having issues.
I can't
Um,
remember the name. I
yeah,
love seltzer. Like, I don't know if that's
seltzer's
good for you or
cool. Yeah.
not.
Well,
Yeah.
seltzer, anything carbonated, like it depends what you're doing, right? If you're about to
Right.
go in an athletic performance, probably not.
Right.
Seltzer's fine because it's water.
I'll
It's
drink
just
to that.
carbonated though, right? Yeah, it's just carbonated. Um,
What was the one we had last time you were here? Like, it's got a little bit of fruit in it. Do you remember? And you're like, yeah, Peyton gave it to you, and you're like,
oh
yeah, I
yeah,
love
yeah.
this.
I don't remember the name
Oh,
though.
damn, I have it upstairs too. It's so good. Well, whatever. They're not paying us yet. I'll cut
Yeah,
this though
right.
and be like, next time we'll remember your name. But they're
That's
like,
right.
and what I like about them too is like they tell you it's like 11 calories. Like they're like,
Yep.
hey man, you got to deal with that. It's 11 calories, but it's
A good
good.
rule of thumb that I use is if you can overeat it very easily, probably not good food for you. Like, or overdrink it, right? Like
Uh,
anybody, even if I don't like Coke, I could sit right here and have 10 of them.
yep.
You're not going to do that with a protein shake.
Yeah. That's
It's very
fair.
hard to overeat good, nutritious food. Like you're not going to get fat, very unlikely, from eating too many apples, right? Like that's probably not going to happen. Now you could eat too many apples with peanut butter and a bunch of stuff,
Mhm.
and that you could get overweight from. Or you could have too many avocados.
Mhm.
Like you could do that. Unlikely though. Unlikely you eat too much chicken breast,
Wow.
eggs, steak, avocados, and fruit. Very unlikely. You
That's
could,
fair. Right.
but probably not. So why is that? Because those are real whole dense nutrient food.
Mm.
How often do we overeat chips?
All the
They're called
time.
chips
Like
for a reason. They're not called a chip, right?
so stressful, dude. I
Yeah.
swear, like it is a crutch, and I try to
Or
tell my whole family it can't be in
yeah,
this house. I will find it.
yeah. Well, that's the biggest thing. I tell even with our kids, it's like, hey, we don't have it. Sorry. Why not? Because it's not good for us. We just don't buy
Mhm.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they can't have it.
Yo,
There
shout
was
outs to
some
Ty. He's got my daughter eating this seaweed. Have
that
you ever seen
yeah,
that?
yeah, we have that all the time here, actually.
Yeah,
It's
she's like,
great.
I'll rock. Yeah, she eats it all the time now.
We love that
Doesn't.
stuff because it's got the
Yeah.
crunch, it's got the salt to satisfy it, but it's actually good because it's negative calories pretty much. There's like 10 calories in the whole thing.
Yeah.
There
Huge
was
on
a
the
summer the
celery.
kids were addicted to sodas. Like we used to have sodas in the house. We don't now. So whenever
Mhm.
we're out somewhere, like Grayson got me at Universal. We were doing the commercial and they came over with a cart of snacks and there was Cokes. And he's like, I got him a Coke, right? Because he knows like if he's not home, like maybe one or two is okay. I'm like, yeah, man. Like I
That
was
is the
growling
kid
under my
version
breath.
of I'm gonna
You know?
grab a beer.
Yeah, I know, I know. But yeah, if you don't have it, you don't eat it. It's very simple, but it's difficult sometimes to become accustomed to that because we all go in the pantry for like, I want a crunch, I want something like fries. No one just has two fries. Like so the cravings never go away, but you can substitute and it helps.
I love that. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
That's good advice, man.
Sodium's a
Yeah.
big one, man. That's a big one that sneaks up on people.
And we
It's
don't teach
dependent
it like
because
as a
it's
society.
not like measurable. It's very difficult to measure.
Mhm.
But it's once you start paying attention to it, you're like, wow. Adults, and it's really age dependent and goal dependent, but there's really no reason anyone should be having like 3,000 milligrams of sugar, like, and sodium a day, like not sugar, sodium. But like 2,000 is a better number,
Right.
you know?
Mhm.
And then kids, you want that lower, like 1,000, 1,500, like under 10 years old, under 15 years old, because they're going through, you go through puberty and you don't want that stuff to affect it. And it does, and it can.
I'm gonna share something personal because like I feel like I was gonna talk to you about it off the air, but because I'm mad at the lunch lady. I'm not mad at my daughter because she thought she
Mm.
was doing the right thing and it was a good teachable moment. Um, Peyton does not like breakfast. She doesn't like pancakes. She doesn't like eggs. She'll eat a little bit of bacon or pork roll, like turkey bacon or actual pork roll. We call it pork roll in this house, by the way.
Mhm.
But
I
so
don't have a when I first came to Jersey, I'm like, why do people care so much? But it's a
yo, it's
huge thing.
wild, right? Yeah,
Yeah, I'm like,
it's
dude,
like
I don't know, I don't care.
it,
Like, what?
it is.
Yeah,
It's the most divisive.
yeah.
People get divided over that, and it's wild. I don't get
We
it.
did a whole
But
segment on the show about it. It was like a whole thing. I'm like, why does this matter so much? It's like, who cares? But I guess it's
the
a big Jersey thing. It's a really important here.
so they were out of like the alternative lunch, like the salad or whatever. So they saw Peyton coming up. It's breakfast for lunch. They give her 3 hash browns and send her on her way. So we're on our way to basketball, and she's like, "Dad, I didn't eat much today. Like, this is what I had for breakfast. Like, she had like pepperoni, like a veggie, like fruit and something else, like kind of like a European type breakfast." And then
Yeah,
she's like, "And I only had 3 hash browns at lunch." And I'm like, "Who the hell let you have 3 hash browns? Like, that's not good. That's not." So I was very annoyed by it, but it was a teachable moment. I explained to
yeah.
her. like they're pretty much French fries in a in a patty. You know,
Yeah.
like that's like eating 3 things of fries. Like that's not
Yeah,
good
it's
for you.
tough. It's tough.
So
Hash browns are another one though. I love hash browns.
dude, I like the. What
Yeah.
kind do you like? Do you like them in a patty, or do you like them like? I like them like mixed up onions, like in
Oh,
the.
I like those too. Yeah, I
Mhm.
like the yeah, like the rectangle.
Okay, yeah. So you'll
Yeah,
rock the
I'll eat those.
rectangle. Yeah, that's
If
the
I
school hash brown. Oh,
yeah, if I like I will sometimes put them on a bagel. I don't mind.
all right, all right. I like that.
Sometimes
I like that
with
move.
like bacon, egg, and cheese and avocado, I will do. That's like a thing of mine sometimes if I go for a bagel.
Yeah, mine's a bacon, egg, and cheese on an egg bagel, but I like the yolk to be runny. Uh,
Yep.
and so that's a must. It has to be runny. But I only
It's
do
my
that if I
cat
know.
scratching the door if you hear it. But
Nah, I can't hear
yeah,
it.
man, I know. I think that's important to pay attention to. And now that we said it, I think people will start to see more of it online and
Right.
pay attention to it because we want to make it easy for people.
Yeah, that's cool. Um, what are you
Awesome,
doing
man.
this? Yeah, you got anything cooking this week or anything?
It's Jenny's birthday tomorrow.
Oh,
Yeah, so we'll be doing take her to dinner and hang out.
heck
Um,
yeah.
and this weekend and the next week we have a lot next week, pretty packed. But this weekend we'll kind of be laying low, which is good.
It's awesome.
Actually, I lied. Oh no, that's next weekend. We have like cheer competitions and stuff for the kids. But
Uh,
like we haven't been home on a weekend in a little while, so this will be good.
yeah, man, enjoy it, bro. And yeah, I'm trying to see my mom. It was her birthday, and she got sick, so we went to a fancy dinner without her. And it was kind of weird. They came up to us to like, it was the maitre d came up and he's like, I have a question. None of you look like you're 65 years old. I'm supposed to come over and hand this rose to a 65-year-old Donna Powers. And I
Wow.
was just like, she's sick. She last minute
Yeah.
she can't be here. They were like, thank God. We were like really weirded out.
Wow. Yeah.
Like, they were
Can you
gonna.
imagine they gave it to you or something?
Oh, I would have just crawled. I would have
Yeah.
ended the show right there. Be like, I'm out. Need anti-aging cream, or
Yeah.
I would have came back with a whole new face.
Well, thank you, man. This is great. It's always good catching up, man.
Likewise, bro. See you later.
All right, brother. Talk soon, man. Thank you.